Once, the god of death sent one of his messengers to earth to bring back the soul of woman who had just passed away. The messenger obeyed and came to earth. But when he arrived, he was struck with worry. He saw three small girls, her triplets. One was still nursing from her dead mother's breast. Another was crying loudly, and third had cried himself to sleep. Her tears dried on her face. These three helpless children were alone with their dead mother. Their father had already passed away, and there was no one else to care for them. The messenger heard as for the little girls. He couldn't bear thought of leave them alone without their mother. Saddened and troubled, he returned to heavens without talking the woman's soul. When he met the god of death, he said, I couldn't take her soul. Forgive me, but you don't understand the situation. There are three tiny innocent triplets still nursing. One is still holding on to her dead mother. Another has cried herself to sleep, and third is bawling. My heart couldn't handle it. Can't we let their mother live a little longer? At least until the girl grew a bit older. There is no one left to look after them. The god of death listened and filled with anger said so. You think you are wiser than the one who controls life and death. You think you know more than the one who rules the entire universe. You committed your first sin today, and for this you will be punished. You will go back to earth and stay there until you laugh your own foolishness 3 times. Only then can you return. The messenger accepted the punishment, but deep down believed he had done the right thing. He couldn't imagine how he would ever laugh at his own foolishness, since he didn't think he had done anything wrong. The messenger was sent back to earth, not far from where he lay, a collaborator preparing to head into the city buy warm clothes and blanket for his children. As winter was coming on his way, he saw a man shivering by the side of the road, naked and cold. This one was the messenger cast down to the earth. The couple felt sorry for him and instead buying clothes for his children. He decided to buy blanket and warm clothes for the stranger. The messenger had no food, nowhere to stay, so the clobber invited him home. Come with me, he said. Don't worry if my gets angry. I spent the money for our children's clothes on you, so she be upset. But things will settle down a few days. The cobbler took the messenger home, but neither he nor wife knew that stranger was divine. As soon as collaborator brought him inside, his wife erupted angry and yelling at her husband for investing for their mummy stranger instead buying clothes for their kids. Seeing the messenger, laughed for the first time. Cobbler, surprised, asked, why are you laughing? What's so funny? Messenger replied, I will explain everything after you laughed their time. For now, don't ask me anything. The messenger had laughed become the cobbler wife had no idea that by helping him, the husband had brought a divine being into their home. Soon their life would be filled with blessings, but she could only see was lost. The money meant for their children clothes. She didn't realize what was coming, a future full of happiness. The messenger realized that humans too can only see the immediate situation, not the bigger picture. This was his first moment realizing his own foolishness. Over time, messenger learned to collaborate, trade, and being driving. He quickly became skilled. The shoes he made were beautiful and soon gained fame. Within months, the collaborator became wealthy, and his shops was known far and wide to extremely shoes. One day, servant from king's place came to the cobbler with a rare piece of leather. This leather is precious, the servant said. Make a pair of shoes for the king, but be careful. Don't make sandal, only shoes. At that time, it was custom in some places that when someone died, they were buried wearing sandals, not shoes. The cobbler warned the messenger, be careful. You will be asked, make shoes, not sandal. There are only enough leather for one pair, and if they mistake, we will be in trouble. The king won't forgive us. But some reason, the messenger made sandal instead. When the collar saw had been made, he was furious. With great skill, he shouted, I told clearly no sandal. Why do you make them? At this, messenger laughed for second time. Yes, them. The king's servant rushed back in. Don't make shoes, make sandal. The king has just passed away. The cobbler was shocked and realizing messenger had some shown known was coming. Begged for forgiveness. The messenger smiled and said, it's fine. You didn't do anything wrong. I'm just fulfilling my punishment. He had laughed the second time because it became clear that no one can predict the future. People worry, make plan, but future often unfold in ways to come process. We hold on to desire and ambitions, but in the end, life has own plans. Now the messenger began to think about the triplets again. He realized that worrying about their future had been pointless. Life had already laid out its path for them. In a few days, their young women arrived in Colbert shops. They was this to order shoes for their weddings, and ordered by wealthy women. The messenger recommended the young women instantly. They were the same triplets he had left with their dead mother. They asked the older woman that had happened to them. The woman explained, these girls aren't my biological daughter. I found them when they were just babies. Their mother had passed away while trying to feed them, and there was no one care for them. I have no children of my own, so I took them and raised them as own. They grew up in wealth, and now all three are about to be married into royal family. Hearing this, messenger laughed third and final time. He explained everything to be Clover, saying I was wrong. Space is far greater than we can ever understand. We only see what's right in front of us, but the bigger picture is beyond the understanding. I've laughed at my own foolishness 3 times now, and my punishment is over. I can finally return home. With that, the messenger realized his mistake and returned to the heavens wiser than before. The moral of the story reminds us that the life events obtain beyond our understanding, and worrying about the future doesn't change what is meant to be. We often get caught in immediate struggles, focusing on problems that seem overwhelming. However, what seems like major challenge can turn out to be part of longer plan we can't yet see. For example, when we go through personal hardship like a difficult relationship, financial crisis, or health issue, it's easy to feel like things falling apart in moment. In easy feel like things, we may ask, why happiness to me? But sometimes these challenges help us to grow away to we didn't expect. They might teach patience, resilience, or reveal new strengths we never knew we had. Just as the messengers couldn't see how the triplet who ends living in happy, prosperous lives and mother's death, we too can't predict how life difficult will unfold. Sometimes our toughest moments lead to personal growth or new opportunity to couldn't have imagined. The story teaches us trust about process of life, to be patient and understand the things often happen to be reasons even when we can't see it right way. This is a very motivational story.